Hi children, how are you all? Hope you are all doing good, right? Great. So before going to this session today, let's start with prayer. Fine children, close your eyes, join your hands, stay calm and listen to me what I'm saying. Asato ma satgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityo ma Mritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Fine children, take a deep breath. Breathe out. Once again, breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, slowly open your eyes, children. Very good. Great. Fine, children. Are you feeling fresh now? With this, shall we start our session? Great. So, in this session, we are going to revise the questions in our workbook of chapter 1. Right? So, the chapter 1 is inside the food world. Take your workbook, pencil or pen and note down the answers. Just we can revise the question and answers of workbook, right? So the first question is state whether the following sentences are true or false. And the first question is a laborer needs more energy rich food. And the answer is true. The second question is carnivores or animals which feed only on plants. By default, you would have know the answer that is false. So the answer is false, right? Third question, iodine helps in maintaining water balance in our body. And the answer is very good, false. The fourth question is carbohydrates are the richest source of energy. That's also false. Fifth question is proteins are known as bodybuilding food. True. The sixth question is vitamins are needed by our body in small quantities. Yes, absolutely. And the answer is true. So coming to the second question, match the following. In that first one, malnutrition. And the answer is Kwashiorkor. Second one, carrot. Corresponding answer is rich source of vitamin A. Third one, goitre. The corresponding answer is deficiency of iodine. Fourth one, rickets. The answer will be deficiency of vitamin D. The last one is scurvy. The answer is bleeding of gums. Next, coming to the third question. And the first part is what are producers and consumers, right? Producers are green plants that prepare their own food from simple inorganic substances through the process of photosynthesis, right? So producers are what, children? Producers are plants. Okay, those who are preparing their own food are called producers, right? So producers are green plants that prepare their own food from simple inorganic substance through the process of photosynthesis, right? So next, consumers. Consumers are animal that cannot produce or synthesize their own food. So the consumer cannot able to produce their own food, right? So consumers are animals that cannot produce or synthesize their own food. They consume food prepared by others, right? So the next part of the third question is we have to give example for producers and consumers, right? So producers we can mention plants, any plants, right? Name of any plants. Then for consumers we can mention it as animals or humans. These are the examples for producers and consumers. Next, fourth question. Define the following terms. First one, balanced diet. For this, the diet which contains all essential nutrients in right proportion along with good amount of roughage and water is called balanced diet. Clear, children? Once again I am repeating. The diet which contains all the essential nutrients in right proportion along with good amount of roughage and water is called balanced diet. Next term, food pyramid. Okay, for this you have to write as a pyramid shaped diagram that help us to select the food items from the basic food groups so as to make a balanced diet. A pyramid shaped diagram that help us to select the food items from the basic food groups so as to make a balanced diet, right? So the fifth question is, what are deficiency diseases? Describe the disease caused due to the deficiency of vitamin D. For this you have to first give the definition for deficiency diseases. Then you have to mention the disease that occur due to the deficiency of vitamin D, right? So the first part of the question will be answered as diseases caused due to lack of any nutrients needed by the body are known as deficiency diseases. Could you clear, children? Diseases caused due to the lack of any of the nutrients needed by the body are known as deficiency diseases, right? For the second part, lack of vitamin D leads to rickets. Okay, lack of vitamin D leads to rickets. Children have bow legs or knock knees, pigeon chest and weak muscle and bones, right? So the sixth question is, describe the deficiency disease caused due to lack of iodine in the diet. Also mention its symptom and preventive measures. You have to write about the disease that occur due to the deficiency of iodine, and you have to mention about its symptoms and preventive measures. The answer will be lack of iodine can cause goitre. The symptoms include abnormal swelling in neck region and mental disabilities. Okay, it can be prevented through consumption of iodized salt as part of diet, use of rich food rich in iodine such as seafood, onion, vegetables, etc. Right? The seventh question is, differentiate between the following: autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotropic mode of nutrition. For autotrophic, a mode of nutrition in which the most of the higher green plants manufacture their own food. Okay, a mode of nutrition in which most of the higher green plants manufacture their own food from simple inorganic substances through the process of photosynthesis. Right? For heterotopic, a mode of nutrition in which organisms cannot produce or synthesize their own food. They have to depend on plants and animals for their food. Right? So the eighth question is differentiate between Kawashakar and marasmus. Okay, the first point is for Kawashakar, a form of malnutrition that develops when the diet does not include adequate quantity of proteins. Okay, the food we are taking does not have proper protein. Instead, it leads to Kawashakar, right? So we can write as a form of malnutrition that develops due to inadequate quantity of proteins in our food, right? For marasmus, a form of malnutrition caused by severe deficiency of both proteins and carbohydrates. Kawashakar is due to deficiency of protein alone. But for marasmus, it occurs due to deficiency of both proteins and carbohydrates, right? So the second point for Kawashakar is its symptoms are skin pigment, retarded growth, diarrhea, fatigue, large building belly, rashes on the body or the symptoms. Right? For marasmus, thin face, sunken eyes, prominent ribs, very thin legs, weak muscles and degeneration of muscles are the symptoms. And the third point is for Kawashakar, it is usually seen in infants up to 3 years of age. For marasmus, it is usually seen in children up to 5 years of age. Next, coming to the ninth question. Why should we avoid excessive fat in our diet? The answer you might know now. Very good. So what will be the answer, children? Consuming over fat leads to obesity. This is why we have to consume less amount of fat in our daily diet, right? So the answer will be excessive fats get stored in the body. Eating fats in large quantities leads to increase in weight, and its excessive consumption leads to a condition called obesity. Thus, eating fats in large amount should be avoided. Clear, children? So the 10th question is, who should take more carbohydrates in their diet? An athlete or a software engineer? Give reasons. Okay, children, there might be two persons. One is athlete and another one is software engineer. Okay, so in this question they ask who require more energy, that is who requires more carbohydrates, either athlete or a software engineer, and you have to give reason why you suggest carbohydrate for the particular person, right? So the answer will be an athlete should include more carbohydrate in his diet. Okay, as carbohydrates are an instant source of energy. Since carbohydrates produce instant source of energy, an athlete must need carbohydrate. Okay, so they will be provided the athlete with energy required for running. Fine, children, could you clear about the answer? Okay, let's move on to the next question. The 11th question is, it is recommended that more proteins should be included in children's diet. Why? Okay, the answer will be more proteins are recommended to be included in children's diet as it's required for growth and repair of our body cells. Okay, the proteins can repair our body cells. Okay, so it is very much important for children. Okay, so we have to write as more proteins are recommended to be included in children's diet as it required for growth and repair of our body cells. It is necessary for growth and development of muscles. Right? And the 12th question is, why should elderly people take a good amount of calcium in their diet? Okay, the answer will be calcium is required for healthy and strong bones. Okay, as the bones of elderly people tend to become very weak. Okay, as the bones of elderly people tend to become weak, therefore they should include good amount of calcium in their diet. Okay children, could you clear about the answer? Elderly people may suffer from weakness of bones. Okay, their bones will get weak. In order to get rid of that, they have to consume food that are rich in calcium. This is the main reason. Okay, so the answer will be calcium is required for healthy and strong bones, as the bones of elderly people tend to become weak. Therefore, they should include good amount of calcium in their diet. Could you clear? Right. So, moving to the 13th question. Although vitamins and minerals are required in small quantities, they are still an essential part of our diet. Briefly explain the reason for the same. Okay, the answer will be vitamins are required by our body in small quantities. They do not provide energy to the body, but their presence is required for the proper functioning of the body. So, vitamins keep the body healthy and protect it from diseases. Right. Next question. Roughage or fiber does not provide any nutrients to the body. However, it is considered an important component of our diet. Why? You have to write the answer as fiber does not provide any nutrients to our body, but still it is considered an important component of our diet because it helps in digestion. Right? It adds bulk to our food and help to get rid of undigested food from the body. That's why roughage or fiber is considered as more important component of our diet. Could you clear children? Very good. So, moving on to the next question. Which of the following diet from the given options is the healthiest diet and why? Okay, here some options are given. From this you have to mention which option has the healthiest diet. Okay, the first one is pizza and burger for all meals and 2 glasses of water with fruits. The second option is 8 to 10 glasses of water along with balanced meals. And the third option is aerated drinks, potato chips and cakes. Okay, from these options the healthiest diet will be the second option, and you have to write the answer as 8 to 10 glasses of water along with balanced meals is the healthiest diet from the given options, as it provided the body with all essential components of balanced diet. Okay, so the second option is considered as the healthiest diet, right? And the 16th question is, the blood report of Rita shows that her hemoglobin count is low. Which food items would you like to advise her to include in her diet and why? Okay, so Rita suffering from low hemoglobin level. You have to suggest her with some food items for increasing the hemoglobin level. So children, can you say what are the food items would you suggest for Rita? How will you guess? Yes, right. First you have to think about hemoglobin. How it is made up of? It is made up of iron and minerals. So we must provide Rita with iron rich food. By consuming iron rich food, she can able to increase her hemoglobin level. Right. So we have to write the answer like this. Low levels of hemoglobin indicate the lack of iron in the diet. Okay. Rita should consume iron rich foods such as green leafy vegetables, whole wheat pulses, apple, baked potatoes with skin, meat and fish in her diet. Okay, this is how you have to answer for this question. Could you clear, children? So coming to this next question. Arjun complained his inability to see clearly at dawn and dusk. The doctor suggested that he should eat lots of carrot and green leafy vegetables. He also prescribed some dietary supplements. Which deficiency do you think Arjun was suffering from? Deficiency of which nutrient caused this disease? Okay, Arjun has a complaint of that he could not able to see in dawn and dusk. Okay, he could not able to see the world at morning and evening. Okay, he went to a doctor and said about his problem. Okay, so the doctor suggested him to eat some carrots and green leafy vegetables. Okay, so from this, what you observed? Okay, what type of disease that Arjun had suffered from? Okay, and how the disease will occur, due to deficiency of which vitamin or which nutrient this disease may occur. You have to mention that in answer. Right. Shall we see the answer now? Okay, note down it. Arjun is suffering from night blindness, which occurs due to deficiency of vitamin A, because of which a person is unable to see in low light, that is at dawn and dusk. That is why doctor advised him to eat lots of carrots and green leafy vegetables which are rich in vitamin A. Could you clear, children? Fine. So children, in this session we just discussed about the worksheets questions. Right. So for the next session, I will give you a passage. For that, you have to read and show that to me. I'll award you with some marks. Okay, you have to read a passage to improvise your reading skill. Okay, I'll attach the passage for which you have to read in the Google Classroom app. Kindly note down that. Get practice in your home. Okay, in the next live session, I'll ask individual of one of you to read aloud. Okay? Each one of you to read aloud that particular passage. Okay, children? Could you understand? Great. Till then, stay connected, stay safe. Okay? Bye.